I'm similar to the thriller in Manila. Honeys call me bigger, the condom filler. Whether it's stiff tongue or stiff dick, Biggie squeeze it to make shit fit. Now check this shit, I got the pack of Rough Riders in the back of the Pathfinder. You know the epilogue by James Todd Smith. I get swift with the lyrical gift. Hit you with the dick, make the kidney shift. Here we go, but I'm not domino. I got the funk flow to make your drawers drop slow. So recognize the dick size in these Coincatch jeans. I wear 13s, know what I mean? I fuck around and hit you with the Hennessy dick. Mess around and go blind, don't get to see shit. The next batter, here to shatter your blatter, it doesn't matter. Skinny or fat or light skinned or black, baby, I drop these. Beneath with my knees, screaming, I poppy. I love it when they call me Big Pop, but I only smoke blunts if they roll prop. But look, I got ya caught up with the drunk flow. Fuck taekwondo, I told a fofo. For niggas getting mad cause they bitch chose me. A big black motherfucker with G. You see, all I do is separate the game from the truth. Big bang boots from the Bronx to Bolivia. Getting physical like Olivia Newt. Tricks up my click dick all day with no trivia. So give me a bankroll and a bag of weed. I'm guaranteed to fuck until I nosebleed. Even if the new man's a certified Mac, you get that H down in you. You want that old thing back? B-I-double-T-I-E with some new R-U-L-E. Notorious is known for busting in your E-Y-E. Baby, baby, bitches know they love to hate me. How come you come with coming back to maybe? How close we came to coming together is crazy. How come you and your sis facing me the faces? When y'all coming, y'all be crying like I'm killing y'all bitches. I know there's a bigger picture than the camera roll. Cause I don't think y'all be knowing how this shit's unfolding. Back shots to the rear, got the Mac unloading. Gotta reload like every so often. Saying I got my swagger back. I'm looking like bitch, my swagger never left. Don't be so hard pressed to be impressed by these new rappers. They actors and the fact is, you want that old thing back. Scarface and Bushwick, Willie D, having nightmares of girls killing me. She mad because what we had didn't last. I'm glad because her cousin let me hit the ass. Fuck the past, let's dwell on the 500 SL, the E and J and ginger ale. The way my pockets swell to the rim with Benjamins. Another hunt's in the crib, please send it in. I fuck non-stop, lick my lips a lot. Used to lick the clips a lot, but licking clips had to stop. Cause y'all don't know how to act when the tongue go down below. Peep the funk flow, really go. I got the cleanest, meanest penis. You never seen it, stroke of genius. So take off your Tim boots and your bodysuit. I mean the spandex, and hit my man next. Sex get rougher when they come to the nut buster. Pussy crusher, black nasty motherfucker. I don't chase them, I replace them. And if I'm caressing them, I'm undressing them. Fuck what you heard, who's the best in New York? Fulfilling fantasies without that nigga Mr. Raw. Or tattoo, I got you wrapped around my dick. And when I'm done, I got the split. Shit.
Employers are on the lookout for defined skills.
What's up, everyone? Happy Wednesday. Been a little while. I've been a little busy. I've been out of town a couple times. Once for a wedding, once on a fishing trip, and once for a birthday. So I apologize for the lack of streaming. Unfortunately, I'm going to be a little spotty for the next 2 months. I have another wedding. I have 2 more fishing trips. I have another wedding after that. And I think, what else do I have? Then I have girlfriend's birthday stuff. That'll be local, so I'll probably be able to stream, but we'll be a little spotty. We're towards the end of the summer, entering fall, so it's the last of the good weather. I'm trying to get out. Plus, it's wedding season. Fortunately, I got a lot of friends getting married. Hope you guys are doing good. I know the market's been a little shitty. I've been trying to post updates and trying to help you guys out a lot. So hopefully those updates are helping. But I don't know what's happening, but my chat is barely coming through. I'm only seeing, I see Colin and I see EO ZXNR. Other than that, I can see the other chat. I can see all this. Let me look real quick. Really weird. I can see the other chat, but for some reason, this one didn't load 4 or 5 messages. Anyways, what's up, Dorian? Obviously, what's up, Colin and Tio? Sorry about that. Just using you guys as an example. Trust me, I'm doing the same. Yeah, I mean, just been busy, and now college football's around. You guys know I love college football. Big Buckeyes fan, big Gamecocks fan. I went to college in South Carolina, so big Gamecocks fan. I'm actually, the other thing I'm going to the Alabama South Carolina game in October as well. So just more stuff that I'm going to be busy. Like I said, I'm going to try my best to stream when I can. I might stream on Tuesdays or Thursdays. I honestly, these trips keep piling up. They kind of were last minute. Not the weddings. The weddings were pre-planned, but some of these trips were kind of last minute. So, but let's get into it. One other update I wanted to give. A lot of people asking about the trading bot. So I'm going to read this update. I just put it out in Discord. I'm going to read this update to you guys. So we've been testing the bottom blowfin. We haven't had any issues. We ran into an issue when you use leverage, or if I use leverage and you're using leverage. For some reason, it wasn't copying the trades 100%. It wasn't trading size. So imagine let's say I have $100 and you're using $10 and I'm in a $10 trade. You should be doing a $1 trade, right? Well, it was actually using 80 cents, which technically isn't a bad thing that it's using less, but it should be following a 1-to-1 weighted ratio. And the only reason it was doing this is because of leverage. It was always using a lower amount, but anyways, just another small issue. Look, at the end of the day, I want to provide a product that's going to be not only beneficial to you, but you're not going to lose money on because the system's not working. Obviously, we know that every trade isn't always going to work out. I believe the bot has about a 56% win rate last time I checked. So look, the other 44% of the time, it's going to lose trades. But we want to make sure that the only time you're losing trades is because of that 44% and not because of some error within the system. They even broadcast college football in the Netherlands, but they're always at night for me. Yeah, that's because they broadcast in the afternoon here and in the morning. By the way, you can watch any college football game almost for free. There's ridiculous amount of live streams. I'm not going to say them out loud because I'm afraid I'll get I could get in trouble for that. But there's allegedly free college streams if maybe you look them up. Maybe. I don't know what websites. I've only heard of this. Right, Dorian, you know what I'm saying. But okay, back to the bot. The issue. So the update I was given was, just clarify with the tech team, deadline is Monday, the 9th of September. They will try to make it faster. I'll be honest, it's probably not going to be faster because we have to run tests. We have to run, I like to run at least a week's worth of tests. unfortunately, all of the tests except for the leverage went right. So if I get 3 to 5 days of it being right, I know the system's right. What's up, Yes Sir? How's it going, man? Hope you're doing good. Hope everything's going well. Like, I'm super excited for this trading bot. I've been using it on my own, and it's been killer. And we're in the stage where we're about to enter the stage of the market. Usually the fall is pretty good for crypto. But anyways, so basically they said Blowfin's connection is currently updating. Trading on the futures account is possible, but however, having some issues on the copy trading account relating to leverage and it being separated. But anyways, point is, it's getting fixed. Should be fixed by Monday. Let's get into some analysis. Today's going to be a quick day. Yeah, I mean, there really hasn't been a lot of change. That's the good thing about missing. We haven't had a lot of change. On the last hours of my 48-hour shift, so you haven't slept in 2 days? That's fucking crazy. Or are you saying like 48 hours spread out over a week? That's crazy. Man,
Dying on my hard
that's
cry, man.
right over 2 days, that's wild. I thought that was illegal though. Or are you just working like 4/12s this week? Because one of my buddies, he's a nurse and he works 4/12s a week for that overtime because they get paid a ridiculous amount of overtime. Anyways, S&P, guys, we got some issues. It's nice to have something new to talk about, but obviously bad when you're talking about having issues. So we have a potential double top with bearish divergences here. Obviously RSI making lower highs, price making equal highs. Now, I am under the assumption that both fundamental and technical, this is not going to play out. For one, it looks kind of weird. You have this giant midsection. To me, it looks like it's going to consolidate into some type of flag and head higher. Almost like a symmetrical triangle. Or not in a symmetrical triangle. Excuse me, an ascending triangle. Or maybe even, yeah, I guess it would be a symmetrical triangle. No, it wouldn't be because you'd get this. So we could get an ascending triangle here, right? Head upwards. That's ultimately what I think is going to happen. And to back that up with some fundamentals, talked about this morning. There is no way they're going to crash the markets before the election. Look, politics aside, I don't care who you support. These are my kind of opinions. I'm going to try and not give like crazy opinions, but think about it this way. Kamala Harris, one of the good things she has going for her in running is that her admin, right? Stock market's at all-time highs. She can boast that claim, whether that's them doing it or not. It's obviously subject to everyone's own opinion. But anyways, Kamala Harris can say and debate with Trump and say, look, under my admin, we reached all-time highs in the stock market. We recovered out of what was a small recession, and now stock market's at all-time highs. That's something she's going to brag about, right? Now, it would make absolutely no sense if her admin crashed the market, right? And there was this giant red, sea of red, whatever, going into the election, right? Because people are going to get scared. They're going to say, okay, these people are crazy. This is artificial, whatever. So under my perception, no matter who wins presidency, this thing's got at least another year left. I think if Kamala wins, we have a year left, and her policies are absurd. I mean, it's borderline communism. I know it's not straight up communism, but wanting to tax unrealized gains, wanting to take away people's freedoms, take away their guns, take away. I mean, it's crazy. I obviously don't know every single one of her policies, but from what I've read and what I've looked into, they're not necessarily favorable to business expansion and economic gains, right? If you want to see a higher stock market, you need to see, one, business expansion through the use of maybe reducing. I think she wants to also put a cap on the cost of goods. I don't know how you can do that. That almost monopolizes business, and that's going to eradicate That would eradicate small business and eradicate parts of the economy. If you think about it, I know a lot of you, maybe you don't shop at small businesses, but small businesses, you have all of these individuals making money, right? They're making money from their small business, and they're using that money to stimulate the S&P 500, right? If you wipe this out completely, there is way less money going to this. There's way less freed up capital. There's way less buying happening in the economy. There's way less injection into the economy, however you want to put it. I'm not a big fan of that. So I would say if she wins, probably a year if those policies go into play. Now, I doubt a lot of them will. They're usually just scare tactics or to get her base going. But I do believe if Trump's elected, I think, one, the market has shown that it likes everything Trump has said over the last several months, with multiple rises in the S&P and with Bitcoin. I think crypto will do a lot better too if Trump gets elected. I also think that Trump will find business solutions that help expand economic gains, expand business, probably reduce rates as well, or find a way to reduce rates if they can. Look, at the end of the day, whatever candidate you vote for is your candidate. These are my opinions. I'm not going to keep carrying on. But my whole point was, fundamentally, whoever gets elected as president, right, this market's going to continue higher. It has to. They have to make it look good going into the election, especially for the current administration. Welcome to surgical emergencies, but I slept a bit. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Dang. Hope they weren't horrific surgeries. I guess if they're emergency surgeries, they're... You got a tough job, man. Good on you. But again, S&P, bear divs, probably going to make a ascending triangle here. Look, if we do confirm this double top, we've got to break below 51.44. So if you really want a level to watch this. And frankly, we're still about 7%-ish away from confirming that anyway. So for me, I just don't see it happening. It's kind of wonky. Fundamentally, it makes no sense. But it's, as a trader, you got to keep it on your radar. Keep moving on. Dollar. So the dollar has bounced at weekly support at, what is this, 100, 100.8, 100.7? Seen this in the past. Now, I've come to the conclusion, and this was a couple mornings ago during analysis. So if you go in here and you add Bitcoin and the S&P to this chart, and you just do that, do this, the way we can see it. So I want you guys to notice something. Ever since we've entered this range, right, being in this range, what has happened to both of these assets? They've risen, right, because there's stability in the dollar. Now, the dollar has been technically going down, but there has been stability. Yes, you could say we bottomed at the top of the dollar, but ever since being in this range, we have consistently made new highs. We've consistently seen upward movement, consistently see stronger uptrends. So there is this weird reality with the dollar that even if this bounces, right, even if we bounce here, as long as we continue to range, I think both these assets continue moving higher. Now, the question is, if this breaks down, now I still believe that they go higher. The only caveat to this, if we range and break 107, I do think we start to see that downtrend. So at the end of the day, even if we range, even the dollar ranges a little bit, not the end of the world. It doesn't mean that, crypto is about to crash and the stock market's about to crash, because we've seen time and time again this dollar hit a bottom and crypto and stocks continue to rise. So my whole point is, unless we break 107, there's nothing to be worried about. Right now, if we break down, if this ultimately turns into a bear flag and we break down, then okay, right? I would imagine that crypto and stocks would just continue higher because the value of the dollar is now less than where it is now, considering everything's kind of based on the value of the dollar. If the dollar's less, your asset goes up, right? Dollar going down, good for everything else. Dollar going up, technically bad for everything else unless we're in this large range. remove this a little bit and just take a look at the 4-hour. I'm not going to look at the daily because there's really not much to look at the daily. So a couple weeks ago, or I guess last week, we had this double bottom, right? Breakout, retest, continuation. I do, however, think this could go a little bit higher. We don't really have bearish divergences or a reversal pattern. Yes, we had a nice little pullback, but I would like to see something like this, get those divergences and revert this back down to support again and see if it holds. Now, again, this type of move, you might see some upward movement by crypto. You can see some upward movement by the S&P. I'm still under the assumption that Bitcoin's about to reverse and probably go back into the 60s. And again, a move like this, the dollar would be would assist that move overall, or Bitcoin, that is. I think stocks have a chance to correct, primarily the S&P. You know, we've got bearish divergences. We've got some issues here. We definitely have a potential double top. Again, I don't think it plays out. But if stocks kind of slowly dribble down, right, and we get this flag, it will be bullish for crypto overall. Total 1. So, unfortunately, I don't believe we don't have bullish divergences anymore. I'm just going to keep this short and sweet. This has been a very painful range, and I can't really do analysis on it. I mean, we had this large upward move, chop down. I mean, to me, it just looks like a corrective move for more upside, ultimately. And I could be wrong about that. Maybe we get some kind of lower move, then higher. But ultimately, I mean, this has been like a bear market within the overall bear market. Pretty absurd. So, just going to say now, if you guys are chatting and you're wondering why I'm not seeing it, it's because I'm literally not seeing it. There are some chats coming through on my other screen. But hold on one second. Yeah, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't expand this other screen. But yeah, I don't know why it's not coming in. There's issue between Streamlabs and X at the moment. I'll see if I can fix it later. Let's keep carrying on. Tether dominance. Rejected, I guess, the top of the diagonal. Again, I don't really trust diagonals. It's on the page that Bitcoin's going to see a nice upward move in the next probably week. Oh, there we go. Now I'm seeing chats. Weird. The chat on YouTube does come through. Maybe it's the X feed that doesn't. Yeah, it's just kind of weird. I don't understand. So if you guys are on X, make sure you're chatting on YouTube, because I won't be able to see it. So, all right, let's look at the 4-hour. Yeah, I mean, other than some small bearish divergences here, and maybe this wraps back around, not much here. Just kind of choppy. I know Bitcoin had bullish divergences on this 4-hour, hence the kind of retest of this. But other than that, there really haven't been many signs of reversal. I mean, you go to the daily on Bitcoin, and it looks a little bit better. I mean, nice little touch of 55K. We got the 55K I wanted. However, I still think we could spend a couple more days in 55K. We might drop back down. One good thing, though, is volume has been dropping since price has been dropping, unless this green candle flips red. Nice little buyback here. I just don't really see anything that says to long yet, unfortunately. We've got some little entryway signals, but not quite what I want to see. Even if you go to the 4-hour and you look at some of these lower time frame supports and resistances, I mean, this is a breakdown, a retest, and should continue. Yes, we had divergences here, but they just played in the form of this retest. Yeah, and even here on the 1-hour, I mean, not a lot to work with. There wasn't even a reversal pattern this morning. We just kind of sent. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Look at the 30-minute. Yeah, I mean, maybe a very, very weird inverted head and shoulders, but ultimately not so much. So, I mean, I'd love to short this, but even still, there's not much to. Crypto's just been so crazy lately with all this chop. It's just not even worth it unless there's a pattern, or at least some type of invalidation area. This is a lower time frame area. This can be blown through on a daily. Look at Bitcoin dominance, and then we'll probably call it a day. So Bitcoin dominance on the weekly, I've got sideways, likely up, and that's shown here by the daily. So same kind of thing with the S&P. I think that we're forming some type of flag, triangle, whatever you want to call it, and likely going to the upside. I do think that this is going to continue higher. This is some nice consolidation, again, to bring RSI back down to the mean. We're at a major resistance, so we need to build strength, probably build some volatility shown by Bollinger Bands. Yeah, our Bollinger Bands are squeezing once again. Everything needed to continue this higher is what it's looking like. So unfortunately for alts, Bitcoin's going to continue taking charge. What I would like to see is Bitcoin pump with Bitcoin dominance. That would still provide some information that we're still in the early stages of the, I don't want to call it a bull run because we've technically not entered a bull run yet. We're not breaking all-time highs, but we're still in a more bullish scenario that way. In from X, I concur with, yeah. What's up, Steve? You're doing well. Yeah, the chat's weird sometimes. I don't get it. Even sometimes on YouTube, I don't get all the chats. It's very weird. These levels won't last long. Anything is a golden opportunity. Yeah, but my only problem is, not really a problem, but we are closer to support rather than resistance. So yeah, I mean, I guess you could DCA into longs if you wanted to. Just wild that ETH just looks like absolute crap. I actually drew this last week. We ended up hitting the 2300 level like I wanted. My only issue is Ethereum to Bitcoin. Now, we do have bullish divergences here. This does look like a descending wedge. Or I guess a symmetrical would be a symmetrical triangle with the wicks, but if you don't count some of these large wicks, it does kind of look like a descending wedge. I'd probably count the wicks. It's probably the better thing to do. But you do have bullish divergences forming here. So, good to see a move by ETH if Bitcoin dominance doesn't break out. Maybe this turns into some type of distribution pattern, but for now, it does look like a pretty clean ascending triangle. Most of the time, it takes a second or 10 for messages pop up. Yeah. I knew that because the stream's a little bit delayed. It's just some of, like, I can see the messages coming in through my little bar. Like, I have a little chat box here, but for some reason, they're not showing up on, like, the multi-stream. So, Bitcoin's wrecked, yeah, as always. Still in a lot of Tau. I'm hoping some of these AI coins start to pick it up a little bit. It's been crazy that Nvidia is where it is right now, and a lot of these crypto AI coins just corrected, while Nvidia just had a full-blown parabolic run. Your portfolio says thanks. Oh, anytime, man. Anytime. More than happy to help. All right, guys. I think I'm going to end it there. Just another reminder, the trading bot should be good to go on Monday. I'll let you know if it's ready quicker. I do apologize in advance. I told you guys Wednesday this week, but unfortunately we ran into some technical difficulties. And I'll be honest, I don't want to give a product that may or may not work. I want to give you something that is going to work no matter what. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to check it every 10 seconds. You can, but you don't have to worry about the safety of the actual product. I want to provide something that's good. With all that said, guys, be safe, use risk management, and good luck trading. Oh, no, it's be patient, use risk management, good luck trading. That's how long it's been since I've streamed. But anyways, guys, hopefully see you Friday. I'm going to be in a little tricky spot. I've got a charity event